At ease, brothers. Meaning the quickest way to lose your peace is to base your abundance on what you see as opposed to what you are. And what I mean by that is, man, we all get wins in life. We all get victories. We all, get raises. We all get shiny things. We all get beautiful people in our life. We all, take nice vacations and the whole shebang. The moment you base your abundance on what you see as opposed to what you are, brothers, it's the beginning of destruction. It's the beginning of destruction. Because you got to understand, man, anytime we base our abundance on things that are physical, anytime we base it on things that have the possibility of being taken away from us, I mean, you have to see the danger in that. You have to see the danger in pouring your essence into something that can be removed for whatever reason. And you see people doing it all the time. You see people putting their essence in calling abundance the job or the car or the house or the shiny thing or the list goes on. And the moment that's removed from them, the moment it's even a threat to be removed from them, their energy is out of whack. Because now what they're trying to do is recalibrate. They place their essence in the wrong thing. The moment you call anything matter, man, and you're calling that abundance, you're letting it represent you and all that type. Again, brothers, it's the beginning of destruction. Like we have to find that peace, man. I always talk about that sacred place. Call that sacred place abundance. The God energy that lives in that space. That's what abundance is. Knowing who you are is what abundance is. I know one thing I've learned from being deployed, and this is one thing I love seeing. Well, not saying I love seeing it. I learn a lot from people that, like if I watch YouTube videos about brothers that just got out of prison or men that are still in prison, and they start talking about a certain peace they found, I get that. Because there's an advantage of men that go and do a little bit of time, man. When you're placed in a cell or you're placed on a deployment or you're placed in a situation where you really don't have any control, and you don't have the accolades to represent you and all this stuff, man, by default, you go into this space. You go into this place. It's not even about prison or deployment. Let you get in a bad situation where you have no money to go out and hang with the boys and all this stuff. And every single day you're at home. You're in your own private cell. Man, it's something about your essence. It's going to seek that highest level of fulfillment. It's going to go and tap into that sanctum sanctorum, man, and find the ultimate bliss. And I'm telling you, man, once you experience it, once you taste this, nothing else can fulfill that. Nothing else can fulfill it. Not only is it easier to obtain these things, these shiny things, it's easier, but at the same time, they have no representation of what you're calling true abundance and peace. It's a complete inside job, brothers. The moment you let these shiny things, you look at the couple of dollars raised, or you look at the big booty chick on your shoulder or whatever, and you're saying, you know what? That's my abundance. Destruction, brothers. Destruction. Your abundance simply has to be based on who you are. Understanding that you're God in the flesh. What did you say, Saul? Understanding that you're made in the image, that you're placed in this game of life as God in the flesh, bro. What higher thought can be had than that? What higher thought can be had than that? Which means once you tap into that energy, now you're putting no emotional energy, no creative energy into these empty things of the world. Not saying we're not obtaining them. But we aren't pouring God energy into. We aren't calling that abundance. We are abundance. Who we are is abundance. The moment you forget that, bro, it's destruction. Destruction. And we have to stop calling abundance and blessings and prosperity and all this stuff based on everybody else's life. Quickest way to destruction. Basing success on what everybody else is doing. Man, your highest level of success, man, should only be what your truth is. Even in the singular truth, I said what abundance is living your truth. In other words, when you see yourself, like when you see the highest version of yourself, instantly start walking in that energy. Instantly. Regardless of if it's materialized in your world or not. Regardless if it's in the physical or not, walk in that energy. That's abundance. Not only is that abundance, that's how you manifest it. By not putting your emotional energy into this physical world. That's the way you get it out the mud. When brother, I'm gonna tell you this. When we're going through our challenges, and trust me, everybody goes through their challenges. Everybody has a season. It's the way life, some people might be on a high hill right now, but every once in a while, it's life. The way to get out of the mud, brothers, the way to get out of that situation is to not base your vision, your fulfillment, your abundance on what you see. Good or bad. But when it's bad, don't base it on what you see, man. Don't keep regurgitating an old truth, is what I'm saying. Don't keep pouring emotional energy. Oh, I'm sad because the bank account is a certain thing, or I'm mad because wifey left, or whatever is happening. Don't keep pouring emotional energy into that. See that highest version. Get your own truth, walk in that truth, and never come out of it. That's what abundance is, brothers. You can't feel lack when you walk in what everybody else can't see. You can't feel lack. You can't feel lack when they pull up out front yard and tow your vehicle away. You can't feel lack when you walk up in a job, when you walk up in the workplace and they say, you know what, today is your last day. We're going a different direction, or we're closing the business. Brother, if you place your complete being in that vision of your mind, no circumstance can rob you. No situation, no scenario can rob you. You simply have to call it what it is. Just simply call it a thing that happened. Simply call it something you've created for whatever reason. It is going toward the benefit of the goal that you're walking in. It's going toward that. But let's not put our abundance in these things around us, because now we can be robbed of it. And what I mean by this too, man, when I say, of course, have that vision, have that truth, and walk simply in that. Meaning when I say don't put your abundance in these physical things, meaning don't let the current state of matter around you dictate how you operate if you're in that. In other words, don't walk different when you get the new whip. When you get the new car, if you're a different being now, brother, your energy in that, you're calling that your abundance. When your content, if you're a content creator and you're saying, you know what, man, when I get 20,000 subs, when I get 1 million subs, then I'm gonna do it different. No, if you aren't conducting yourself with one sub, if you aren't putting a certain content on IG or whatever with 0 subscribers, then brother, you're not going to do it with the 1 million. I'm gonna tell you this, brother, and this is what I see a lot of times, man. When I see people, a lot of people change their conduct when they either have a certain woman in their life, or they're rubbing elbows with someone who can maybe take them places. Maybe someone with a lot of zeros in the bank. If you base your emotional state, if it sways based on the people in your life, brother, you're not walking in your singular truth, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. We can't let. I'm gonna tell you this, man. And it's the highest form of being. It's being God in the flesh. by living in your vision, and nothing else in this world can affect that. I've always said that, when we talk about, the Jesus of the Bible, the messengers and all the prophets and all the, like that's what they understood, to walk in a certain frequency regardless of what was taking place around them. Never let circumstances dictate what you call.